The 1960s were a golden age of country music, filled with jukebox anthems, heartbreak harmonies, and choruses that practically begged you to sing along. Right in the middle of that magic, Roger Miller had America grinning from ear to ear with a playful tune nobody could resist.
High from the highest tree, woman, would you weep for me?
And before we reached the top, Johnny Cash delivered a love song so bold it still echoes across generations.
I find it very, very easy to be true.
These are 10 unforgettable country sing-alongs from the 1960s that still have us turning up the volume today. Number 10, Act Naturally by Buck Owens.
And all I gotta do is act naturally.
Kicking off our countdown is a Bakersfield classic that turned everyday heartbreak into something you could hum along with. Act Naturally hit the airwaves in 1963 on Capitol Records.
Then I know that you're gonna plainly see. Yeah.
And quickly climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot Country Singles chart. Buck Owens delivered it with that signature twang that defined the West Coast country sound. The song almost did not happen. It had been floating around Nashville before Owens recognized its potential and gave it the punch it needed. That decision changed everything. Picture a smoky dance hall in 1963, boots tapping against the wooden floor while the band strikes up that instantly recognizable intro.
The new kids are gonna make me a big star, big star.
Folks did not just listen to this one, they sang every word. Its legacy only grew when other artists later covered it, proving this tune was built to last and built to be sung loud. Number 9, Mama Tried by Merle Haggard.
Thing I remember knowing with the lonesome whistle blowing and a young...
From California twang to hard-earned truth, Merle Haggard's Mama Tried brought raw honesty to country radio in 1968. Released on Capitol Records, the song shot to number 1 and became one of Haggard's defining statements. What makes this track fascinating is how personal it was.
Learning, but with the bad I kept on turning till Mama couldn't hold me.
Haggard drew directly from his own troubled youth, including time spent in San Quentin. That authenticity is what gave the song its emotional punch. Imagine a long highway at dusk, AM radio humming through the dashboard of a pickup truck while that famous opening line rolls in. This was country music that felt lived in.
I turned 21 in prison doing life without parole.
Decades later, Mama Tried remains a cornerstone of outlaw country and one of the most quoted choruses in the genre's history. Number 8, Dang Me by Roger Miller.
Well, here I sit a high, getting ideas, ain't nothing but a...
Suddenly the mood shifts because in 1964, Roger Miller proved country music could be downright playful. Released on Smash Records, Dang Me raced to number 1 on the country charts and even crossed over to the Pop Top 10.
They say roses are red and violets are purple and sugar sweet and so...
The story behind it is pure Miller charm. He reportedly wrote the song in just minutes, but its clever wordplay made it sound like lightning in a bottle. You can almost see a roadside diner jukebox lighting up as this tune spins, waitresses smiling and customers tapping their coffee cups to the beat. It was impossible to sit still. The song earned Miller a Grammy and helped open the door for more humor in mainstream country, leaving a joyful mark that still feels fresh today. Number 7, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash.
A fiery ring.
Now we arrive at a song that did more than climb charts. It burned its way into music history. Johnny Cash released Ring of Fire in 1963 through Columbia Records, and it quickly rose to number 1.
I fell of fire.
What makes this track unforgettable is that bold mariachi-style horn section, something country radio was not expecting at the time. The song was actually written by June Carter and Merle Kilgore, giving it a deeply personal edge. Picture a dimly lit honky-tonk where the opening horns blast through the speakers and the whole room leans in.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
That chorus was built for group sing-alongs. Over the years, Ring of Fire has become one of the most recognizable country songs ever recorded, cementing Cash's place as a true original. Number 6, The Race Is On by George Jones.
Well, I feel tears welling up cold and deep inside like mine.
Few voices could cut through heartache like George Jones. And in 1964, he delivered one of country's most energetic sing-alongs. Released on United Artists Records, The Race Is On galloped into the top 5 and never really left jukebox rotation.
They're trying not to fall. Our hearts out of the running.
Interestingly, the song was written by Don Rollins, who was inspired by horse racing metaphors for love and loss. Jones turned that clever concept into pure country gold. You can almost hear it blasting from a roadside bar, couples laughing between verses while trying to keep up with that rapid-fire chorus. If these classics are bringing back memories, hit that like button and subscribe.
One day I ventured and looked, never once suspecting.
We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the golden years of music alive for fans like you. The Race Is On still stands as proof that heartbreak songs could move fast and hit hard. Number 5, Oki From Muscogee by Merle Haggard.
We don't burn our draft cards down on Main Street.
Midway through the decade's cultural shifts, Merle Haggard struck a nerve with Oki From Muscogee in 1969. Released on Capitol Records, it quickly climbed to number 1 and sparked conversation across the country.
We still wave Old Glory down at the courthouse.
The song's straight-shooting lyrics reflected a slice of small-town America during a time of major social change. Whether listeners agreed with it or not, they certainly remembered it. Picture a packed VFW hall. Veterans and locals singing along word for word as the band plays late into the night.
I'm proud to be an Oki from Muscogee.
This was not background music. It was a statement. Over time, the track became one of Haggard's signature songs and a defining snapshot of late 1960s country culture. Number 4, King of the Road by Roger Miller.
Trailer for sale or rent.
Few country songs have ever sounded this breezy. Roger Miller's King of the Road, released in 1965 on Smash Records, rolled all the way to number 1 and crossed firmly into pop territory. The magic came from Miller's storytelling.
Wool worn out suit and shoes. I don't.
Inspired by real roadside signs he spotted while touring, the song painted a vivid portrait of a happy drifter with almost cinematic detail. You can imagine it playing from a car radio on a wide American highway, windows down, summer air rushing in while drivers sing along without even trying.
I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours.
The song won multiple Grammy Awards and remains one of the most beloved crossover country hits of the entire decade. Number 3, Stand By Your Man by Tammy Wynette.
Stand by your man.
When Tammy Wynette released this emotional powerhouse in 1968 on Epic Records, she did more than top the charts. She created one of the most recognizable choruses in country music. Co-written with Billy Sherrill, the song was reportedly finished in about 15 minutes.
Sometimes it's hard to be.
That quick creation became one of the most enduring ballads ever recorded. Picture a quiet living room in the late 60s, radio glowing softly while Wynette's voice fills the space. Listeners did not just hear this one, they felt it. Despite early controversy over its message, the song's staying power is undeniable. It remains Tammy Wynette's signature hit and one of country music's most famous sing-alongs. Number 2, I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
Before outlaw country had a name, Johnny Cash laid the groundwork with this unforgettable rhythm-driven classic. Originally released in 1956 but still dominating playlists throughout the 1960s, I Walk the Line remained one of Cash's most requested songs all decade long.
I find myself alone when each day is through. Yes,
The recording process was unusual. Cash used a steady boom-chicka-boom rhythm that became his trademark sound. Picture late-night radio in a quiet farmhouse kitchen, the steady beat pulsing through the speaker while listeners softly sing along to every promise-filled word.
you've got a way to keep me on your side.
The song's influence stretched far beyond country, helping shape rock and Americana for generations. It remains one of the most instantly recognizable openings in music history. Number 1, Your Cheatin' Heart by Patsy Cline.
You'll cry and cry.
Topping our list is a voice that still stops listeners in their tracks. Patsy Cline's version of Your Cheatin' Heart, released in the early 1960s on Decca Records, turned an already respected Hank Williams song into a full emotional experience.
You toss around.
What makes this recording so powerful is Cline's delivery. She brought a smooth, aching elegance that made every line feel personal. Picture a lonely jukebox glowing in the corner of a small-town bar, the room going quiet as her voice fills the air.
You toss around.
This was the kind of song people did not talk over. Over the decades, Cline's interpretation has become one of the most beloved performances in country history. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it, 10 catchy country songs from the 1960s that still have us singing along decades later. From Buck Owens' honky-tonk charm to Patsy Cline's timeless heartbreak, this era proved that a great country song does not just play. It stays with you. Thanks for spending a few minutes down memory lane with us. Don't miss our next video. Do you still listen to these 10 country hits from the 50s, where we dive into another golden chapter of country music history? Until then, keep the music close and the memories even closer.